Free college football picks. This is week 9, part 1. I'm Tony T here with our college football pick show here for Monday. We're going to get you 10 games for the Saturday action. We do them in parts. We've got a big card here this week in week 9, so we'll make sure we get them to you, all of them by Friday night is the goal. So let's get underway here. Before we get started, just a couple of things. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Free college football picks. We're updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports like NFL, like NHL, Major League Baseball, NBA is just a day away, making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel, give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Then visit Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to hot cappers, get signed up to long-term passes. Hot cappers like Ramon Scott, Joseph Schultz, Hollywood Sam doing great work, man. He has been on a tear. Last 3 days, over 4,100 units of profit. Joseph Schultz, Ramon, Ben, monsters. Collins, monster performances last 30 days. Last 7 days, Sam, Schultz, Pravi, Daniel Walsh, Sean Bila, monster performances. Daniel Walsh took big day. Nick, big day. Collins, Bella coming in strong. Click the links, get signed up to our long-term passes. You'll find our latest premium picks here, center of the page. Of course, our latest premium plays here, our best bet tabs, $15 premium, multi-packs, props as well. We do sell props. Profit guarantee on the one-day passes included at no charge on the long-term passes. Remember, long-term passes are not guaranteed because we sell them already at a greater discount. And of course, you can purchase our plays from our pick ticker there with team versus team information. And you can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Access our page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys. You may post your picks in the comments. And we are looking for cappers. Apply on that home page. All right, let's get this one started. Indiana and Penn State college football pick. This one here on Saturday. All right, here we go. We've got Indiana falling to 2-5 after a 31-14 home defeat to Rutgers. Hoosiers rushed for 153 yards on 29 carries. They surrendered 276 yards rushing to the Scarlet Knights with 39 passing on 12 attempts. Brandon Sorsby, 15-31 passing for 126 yards with a touchdown. He averaged 4.1 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 49 yards and a touchdown. Penn State, they dropped to 6-1, a 20-12 road defeat at Ohio State. Nittany Lions rushed for 49 yards on 26 carries. They limited the Buckeyes to just over 2 yards per rush with 286 passing yards on 35 attempts. Juelar, 8 of 42 passing for 191 yards with a touchdown. He averaged 4.5 yards per pass attempt and was sacked 4 times. Penn State has the top-rated defense in college football by allowing 218 yards a game, 3.7 yards per play. India, 118th ranked offense with 311 yards per game. Indiana defense hits the upper half of college football behind defending the pass. The Nittany Lions are not an efficient passing team. Play Indiana plus 31. West Virginia and UCF college football pick. Here we go for action on Saturday. West Virginia fell to 4-3 after a 48-34 home defeat to Oklahoma State Cowboys. Mountaineers rushed for 228 yards on 43 carries. They surrendered 285 rushing yards to the Cowboys with 210 passing on 36 attempts. Garrett Green, 15 of 30 passing for 249 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. He rushed for 117 yards. UCF fell to 3-4. A 31-29 road defeat to the Oklahoma Sooners. It is a 4-game losing streak. The Knights rushed for 149 yards on 41 carries. They allowed 189 yards rushing to the Sooners with 253 passing on 38 attempts. John Rice Plumlee, he returned from injury, completed 16 of 30 passing for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 8.3 yards per pass attempt and had a rushing touchdown. Mountaineers are dealing with quarterback accuracy issues here, completing only 53% of their passes. They run at a high rate, which will move clock. Mountaineers are an above-average defensive team, holding teams to 366 yards a game and opponents a 56% completion rate. Play here, West Virginia, UCF under 59.5. UMass and Army college football pick. This one here on Saturday. UMass fell to 1-7 after a 63-0 road defeat at Penn State. Minutemen rushed for 64 yards on 39 attempts. They surrendered 246 yards rushing to the Nittany Lions with 162 passing on 23 attempts. Tyson Famachon completed 6 of 14 passes for 25 yards. He averaged 1.8 yards per pass attempt. UMass allowed 7 sacks. Army drops at 2-5, a 62-0 road defeat at LSU. Black Knights rushed for 151 yards on 43 carries. They surrendered 201 yards rushing to the Tigers with 369 passing on 27 attempts. Army had a -4 turnover margin. Bryson Daly missed the game due to injury and is questionable here. Freshman Champ Harris goes 4 of 9 passing for 22 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 2.4 yards per pass attempt. Minutemen has shown the ability to throw downfield with 12.7 yards for completion, 7.8 yards per pass attempt. Army is struggling to defend the pass. Army, a high-volume rushing team, and will face a Minutemen defense that allows 6 yards per run. UMass 123rd in the nation in total defense. They're giving up 446 yards a game. Play here, UMass and Army over 48. UConn and Boston College football pick. This one here on Saturday. UConn fell to 1-6, a 24-21 road defeat to USF. They surrendered 260 rushing yards to the Bulls with 203 passing on 39 attempts. It was a -3 turnover margin for the Huskies. Taquan Robertson, 19 of 34 passing for 175 yards with a touchdown and interception. He averaged 5.1 yards per pass attempt and rushed for a touchdown. Boston College improved to 4-3, a 38-23 road win at Georgia Tech. Eagles rushed for 308 yards. They allowed 248 yards rushing to the Yellow Jackets with 204 passing on 32 attempts. BC had a +2 turnover margin. Thomas Castellanos, 17 of 29 passing for 255 yards with an interception. He averaged 8.8 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Boston College gives up big plays in the passing game by allowing 14.3 yards per completion, 8.7 yards per pass attempt. They are also giving up 4.7 yards per rush. BC is dealing with quarterback accuracy issues with 56% completion rate. UConn's holding teams just 4.3 yards per rush. You know Jim Morrow Jr. will focus on run defense. Play here UConn +13. Houston and Kansas State college football pick. This one Saturday. Houston fell to 3-4, a 31-24 home defeat to Texas Longhorns. Cougars rushed for only 14 yards on 19 carries. They allowed 143 yards rushing to the Longhorns with 219 passing on 32 attempts. Houston had a -2 turnover margin. Donovan Smith, 32 of 46 passing for 378 yards with 3 touchdowns and an interception. He averaged 8.2 yards per pass attempt. Kansas State improved to 5-2, a 41-3 home victory to TCU Horned Frogs. Wildcats rushed for 343 yards. They allowed 113 yards rushing to the Horned Frogs with 187 passing on 43 attempts. Will Howard, 10 of 16 passing for 154 yards and 3 touchdowns. He averaged 9.6 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 62 yards. Kansas is 13th in total offense, averaging 474 yards a game. This is an efficient passing team, and they run for 5.6 yards a carry. The Cougars are 113th in total defense by allowing 419 yards a game. Opponents make big plays on that Houston pass defense as they give 12.6 yards per completion, 7.9 yards per pass attempt. The Wildcats hold team to 3.7 yards per rush and an efficient pass defense. Play here, Kansas State -16.5. Florida State and Wake Forest college football pick Saturday. All right, here we go. Florida State improved to 7-0, a 38-20 home victory to Duke Blue Devils. Seminoles rushed for 152 yards. They allowed 197 yards rushing to the Blue Devils with only 76 passing on 22 attempts. Jordan Travis, 27 of 36 passing for 268 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. He averaged 7.4 yards per pass attempt. He rushed for 62 yards and a touchdown. Wake Forest improved to 4-3. A 21-17 home victory to the Pittsburgh Panthers. Demon Deacons rushed for 172 yards. They allowed under 4 yards per rush to the Panthers with 302 passing yards on 45 attempts. Mitch Griffiths missed the game due to an undisclosed injury. He is questionable here. QB2 is out as well. Santino Marucci in his first start hit 12 of 21 passes for 151 yards with a touchdown and 2 interceptions. He averaged 7.2 yards per pass attempt. Florida State is 24th in total offense, averaging 445 yards a game. They rush for 5.4 yards per carry and have an efficient passing game. Demon Deacons are throwing downfield 12.1 yards per completion, 7.1 yards per pass attempt. Play here Florida State and Wake Forest over 53. South Carolina and Texas A&M college football pick. This one Saturday. South Carolina fell to 2-5, a 34-12 road defeat in Missouri. Gamecocks rushed for 69 yards on 29 carries. They surrendered 220 yards rushing to the Tigers with 198 passing on 24 attempts. Spencer Rattler goes 23 of 40 for 217 yards with an interception. He was sacked 6 times. Texas A&M fell to 4-3, a 20-13 road defeat in Tennessee. The Aggies rushed for under 2 yards a carry. They surrendered 232 yards rushing to the Volunteers with 100 passing yards on 22 attempts. Max Johnson, 16 of 34 passing for 223 yards with 2 interceptions. He had a rushing touchdown. South Carolina has lost all 3 road games by double digits. Gamecocks are giving up 32 points and 226 yards a game on the road. Texas A&M is 9th in total defense, holding teams at 278 yards a game, 3 yards per rush with only 55% completion rate allowed. The player Texas A&M minus the 14. Maryland and Northwestern college football pick Saturday. All right. We got Maryland falling to 5-2 after a 27-24 home defeat to Illinois. The Terrapins rushed for 93 yards on 29 carries. They allowed 131 yards rushing to the final line with 206 passing on 28 attempts. Talia Tagovailoa hit 27 of 39 passes for 266 yards with 2 touchdowns. He averaged 6.8 yards per pass attempt. Northwestern fell to 3-4, a 17-9 road defeat to Nebraska. Wildcats rushed for just over 2 yards a carry. They allowed 171 yards rushing to the Cornhuskers with 85 passing yards on 17 passes. Ben Bryant missed the game due to an upper body injury and is questionable. Brendan Sullivan hit 12 of 23 passes for 176 yards with an interception. He averaged 7.7 yards per pass attempt and was sacked 8 times. Northwestern defends well, limiting opponents at 347 yards a game. They are efficient in pass defense. The Wildcats defense held opponents at 4.9 yards per play in conference. Maryland on the road putting up only 24 points and 332 yards a game. Play here Northwestern plus the 13.5. Oklahoma and Kansas college football pick Saturday. Oklahoma improved to 7-0, a 31-29 home victory to UCF. Sooners rushed for 189 yards. They allowed 149 yards on the ground to the Knights with 248 passing on 30 attempts. Dylan Gabriel, 25 of 38 passing for 253 yards with 3 touchdowns and an interception. He averaged 6.7 yards per pass attempt. Kansas drops to 5-2, a 39-32 road defeat at Oklahoma State. Jayhawks rushed for 3 yards a carry. They surrendered 218 yards rushing to the Cowboys with 336 passing on 41 attempts. Kansas had a -2 turnover margin. Jalen Daniels missed his 3rd game in a row and is questionable. Jason Bean, 23 of 34 for 410 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. Oklahoma has the 7th-ranked offense, averaging 496 yards a game. This is an efficient passing game that averages 72% completion rate, 9.3 yards per pass attempt. Jayhawks are allowing 66% completion rate to opponents. Jayhawks average 7.2 yards per play and 7th in the nation there. They are running for 5.7 yards a carry, efficient in the passing game. The play here will be Oklahoma and Kansas to go over 66. Tulsa and SMU college football pick Saturday. Tulsa drops to 3-4 after a 42-10 home defeat to Rice Owls. Golden Hurricane rushed for 156 yards on 40 carries. They allowed 170 yards rushing to the Owls with 342 passing on 37 attempts. Tulsa had a -3 turnover margin. Braylon Braxton, 4 of 8 passes for 37 yards. He rushed for 89 yards. Cardell Williams saw action, hitting 7 of 14 passes for 101 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 7.2 yards per pass attempt. They are likely to split action, but SMU now, they improved to 5-2. a 55-zip road victory at Temple. The Mustangs rushed for 208 yards. They limited the Owls to 26 rushing yards with 107 passing on 29 attempts. Preston Stone, 23 of 36 passes for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 8.3 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 1 touchdown. SMU, 13th ranked defense in college football, holding teams to 286 yards a game. They limit opponents to 3.1 yards per rush and are efficient in pass defense. Tulsa has quarterback accuracy issues. Golden Hurricane on the road has gone under in all 3 games. Play here, Tulsa and SMU under 57. All right, that was our college football pick show here for week 9, part 1. We'll get all of them done. We'll try to have them all done by Thursday night for you guys. That's how we roll. And we'll do them in parts. So be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free college football picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports like college football, like NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, NBA starts in a day. A couple of days, I should say. Actually, yeah, we're watching this on Monday, so it'll be a day. Tuesdays when they start. And also, too, our live shows featuring live free picks from our cappers on over our channel. So lots of live shows, lots of cappers giving out picks. This is the place to subscribe. And also, if you would, support our channel with that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. Don't forget those notifications. Set those so when we're live and we drop videos, you get them right away. All right, we'll have lots of picks throughout the day. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you guys later.